Just get restream chat open. Hello. Hey, dude. Thanks, I'm glad you like it, Koala Bear. I'm doing some environment stuff. That's not what I'm warming up with today, but... Oh, so this is an art stream. Oh shit, I gotta change... I gotta change the Twitch settings. Oops. It's not Ultimate Chicken Horse anymore. You're leaving because of the music. This is my band. I'm insulted. Ding, ding, ding. Ding, 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 ding. But that's okay. Not everybody likes metal. How do I feel about Lord of the Rings 4K? Is that the Amazon series that they're coming out with? You were watching the most shocking moments caught on camera when you got the recommendation for the video? That's interesting. Oh, they're still finishing casting for the series. I'm personally really excited about the Dune movie that's coming out. No, I didn't already stream. I just started. Hey Nikki, what's up? Found your stream through Kohlberger's Discord. Oh, thanks for hopping in. If you're new over on Twitch, I'm streaming both on YouTube and Twitch, so feel free to join. I got a lot of videos on YouTube that you can watch. I don't like this sketch. I'm gonna start over. This fucking riff is bonkers. Why do I prefer that Photoshop color wheel? That's the one that was default on my program, so I just use that one. Thank you, I'm glad you like the sketches. Ooh, thanks for the donation. Was there a period about a few years ago when you felt you can't do anything good in art? That happens all the time. Still happens. I think that's a natural process, though. We put a lot of pressure on ourselves to be good, to be original. It's all in there, you know? It's all that stress. It's kind of like unnecessary. There's a lot of emotional reasons to, or a lot of emotional things to combat doing art. I'm gonna skip ahead because I want to hear the frickin' bazaar. Good to know you can listen to your music during a stream and it doesn't get hijacked. Yeah, well, this was my band, so I don't think... I don't know if we... I don't know if I ever get copyright striked for it. Noticed your art style is getting more simplified and stylized. Yeah, I like to do that. But what's it like waking up every day and knowing that you're modern day James and that you're making better art than most people? Well, I don't think I'm making better art than most people. Let me just answer this call quickly. Hey, Clamps.
Yo.
You're on live stream right now.
Oh, shit. What's going on, streamies? How we doing?
Nothing.
If I get your place by 1:30, is that a problem?
No, that's good.
Okay, I think I'll probably do that around 12:45 on these houses.
Cool, I'll get us some food.
Okay, sounds good. Peace.
Peace, dog. No, I'm definitely not making better art than most people at all. I think, you know, it's just everybody's at wherever they are in their art journey. And I am not warmed up at all today. I'm drawing, like, I'm having a really hard time this morning. Ding, ding. Hello. You're trying to figure out the music? The music is a band called Painted in Exile. I started the band. I did not write on this track, but I still like the track. But I still, whatchamacallit? still feel connected to it since I started the band. I'm like, ooh, some good stuff. But yeah, you can look it up. We're on Spotify. We're on Spotify, YouTube, wherever you want to look it up. Is the band still active? No, they ended it a couple years back. I quit in 2011 because I went to college, or I was doing the whole college thing, which was, you know, fun. I am looking at reference right now. That's why it's warming up. I think our vocalist, that was like just one of the best vocalists in metal. He's like, yeah, I don't know. He's such a good singer and has such an intense fucking metal growl. I don't think he's doing any music anymore, which is really sad. Not that anybody's doing any music right now. There's like no metal going on these days. Sick riffs though. Would you have time for it even now? I'm gonna do some music soon. It's not gonna be metal. I'm gonna take like a month off of doing art and just write an album, I think. My parents cursed me with bad genetics. How to accept my existence? Well, that is certainly a tragic sounding thing. I think try to find value in other aspects of your life. I don't know if you are saying that you feel ugly or what. It's also in terms of, you know, meeting a partner. Personality is a really important part of that, and in my experience, ladies are kind enough to forego physical ugliness in exchange for being a funny and interesting character. So just work on yourself. It's amazing how some people can both growl and have a beautiful voice. Yeah, he's fucking insane. Like, I don't know, he just has such a good singing voice. He was so good at the growls, though. It was really funny because you would never expect it from him, because he was like a he looked like he was from the Jersey Shore. He was such a fucking Guido. And then he'd go out to bars and just like growl like that. When's the next video? I don't know. Oh man, this makes me want to play some guitar. Ever drawn something from music? Not sure. I'm sure like when I listen to music, it influences what I'm doing, but not necessarily something from music. Any tips for drawing people's feelings? Yeah, I would say start with, honestly, like start with what the emotion is, and then almost like make an emoji, and then kind of base it on that. It's easier with more stylized characters as well. What makes me motivated to start drawing? Listening to some fucking heavy ass metal. Just doing it, you know? Just get up, just start. I'm just scribbling right now. I mean, I'm using shadows and things that make it look like a person, but I'm just scribbling. I'm just getting started. So just do it. Don't think about it too much at first when you're warming up. Just get yourself going and moving the pencil. You don't have to warm up with a subject that's complicated for you. It doesn't have to be people and anatomy and cloth and stuff. Just wake up and start drawing. Or like whenever you start drawing in the day, just do it. And then as the day progresses and you're warmed up and you're ready to go, then start, you know, refining the process. Dream job in the art industry. I think I got it already. I just get to draw all day. I got it already. I would at some point like to do some Magic the Gathering stuff, but I'm also trying to, I just like doing a lot of different things, so I don't know. I like the idea of making games, which is what I want to do. Gives me an outlet for my music as well. Dream job is not having a job. There you go. I feel like I already kind of unlocked the dream job, you know? What the shit am I doing this morning? Here, wait, I'm gonna go to a different reference. Metal music always wants to play, makes me want to play guitar. Yeah, same here, man. Do you save these live streams? You know, I did have them online for patrons. I might actually just make them free. I'm not sure yet. I have to think about that. You're stuck on what to draw. Any suggestions? Just start drawing. Just pick anything. It could be something that's in front of you. Just get going. Don't dilly-dally. Ever listened to Burzum? I have listened to Burzum. He's also just legendary in terms of his whole story. It's so insane. Dun, dun. Ding, ding, do, 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 do. All right, let's get some Spotify up in here. Whose channel got deleted? Oh, Vargs. It is too bad. Oh, this part's rocking. let's check it out. Let's go to Spotify. Hello. Why can't you have the same talent as this merry, wonderful person? Well, you can. You just have to, don't be too hard on yourself, right? Being too hard on yourself is never good. It takes time to practice, and, you know, there's plenty of artists that are way better than me. It's just, yeah, it's a matter of time, effort, practice, and not that you're not doing those things. I think just don't be too hard on yourself. Anyway, here's a track I wrote. So this is one of the ones that I was that I wrote. This is my band. This is Painted in Exile, or it was my band back in the 2000s. Here, I'll put it in the chat. Yeah, I wrote this back in my high school days. Me and my band, we were quite the metalheads. How old am I? I'm 28, so I've had enough lifetime to do a couple of endeavors. The way our writing process kind of worked out was the other guitarist was a jazz guitarist, and I wrote most of the riffy parts, and then the other guitarist wrote these kinds of sections, which are like kind of softer. And our drummer was pretty prolific in the writing process too. And as I mentioned about our vocalist, he's a fucking madman. So good. Am I a perfectionist? I try not to be. I've been getting out of that. I played guitar, yes. That's what I did for most of my life. It's actually what got me into being creative. It's also kind of what got me into drawing, actually. I wouldn't have started drawing if I didn't start this band. What a peaceful song. This is what I used to write, man. This is what I was into. It's nice to listen back in hindsight and not be so like overcritical about everything. It only took a decade. Because it's so easy when you're in the process of like writing or when you're doing it to be so critical about it. I remember even after we released it, I just listened over and over again. I was like, this is wrong, this is wrong. And you're so critical during the process of it. It's the same with art. But this part's badass. I will admit that. James, I wanted to know your views on artists we should follow for core design like Fang Zhu and Sid Mead. Just look up artists who worked on games that you enjoyed, and particularly in the style that you're into, and try to understand what they're doing. Well, I didn't create the whole song myself. There are parts that I wrote, and it's more of a collaborative effort when you're in a band. It's a really, actually a nice experience. It's stressful at times, but it's nice having that level of collaboration. I am using reference right now. That's why I'm just warming up for the day's design work. Oh, I did something wrong. Here, check this out. Let's cheat a little bit. I think for me, with the game design stuff, I definitely want to create a situation that's similar to that sort of band dynamic, where it's like a bunch of people collaboratively working on a project, not too big of a team. That lady should throw the dynamite away. That's a really good point. What am I warming up for today? I'm working on environment designs. I'm gonna start this one over. Now this was my riff, baby, for sure. I thought when I wrote this, I was like, oh, I'm so cool. I wrote a metal riff in a major key. I'm a badass. You started painting but never finish it? Maybe we should paint one of these up. Yeah, let's paint it up. Fuck it. I haven't painted in a while. That's why it sounds different. Yeah, I guess I was trying to be clever with the major key stuff, just because you never hear metal in major keys. Ever listen to Rings of Saturn? Guess what? They stayed with me. They stayed with me for a couple of days when they were touring in New York. I'm a big fan of theirs. They're awesome. Isn't my singer dope as fuck? Oh, you don't like it? Never mind. He sucks. No, I'm kidding. I love metal, so that's just the style, man. Am I still doing music? Not really. I am going to be doing music for this game project that we're working on. I guess I mean I always play. I haven't been writing, but I did come up with a lot of themes for the video game. I am listening to my band. It's called Painted in Exile. You can check it out. This was my band back in the 2000s. The link is in the YouTube there. Occasionally I get all nostalgia-y and want to hear the good old days. And it's, yeah, sometimes I just take you guys on my own little stupid internal nostalgia journey. Repeating your exercises many times, you end up not being motivated. Well, I'll tell you why you're not motivated from that. It's because it's like doing a bunch of boxes, and that's kind of boring. So, find other things to make it interesting for yourself. Try to apply those techniques rather than just watching the videos, because it can get pretty monotonous. Do I like chords? I didn't when I wrote this. I was like, oh, I just gotta play riffs all the time. So. But that's just me being a fool. My thoughts on music writing have changed dramatically since this. Right now I'm sort of just loosely blocking in colors. Oh, sorry that I speak fast in the Gumroad video. It's hard, because I should do it differently. I usually do the voiceovers after. And yeah, it's just mistakes on my end for production. Because like when I teach in person, I don't really do that. Advice on making the poses look natural. Try to think more in shape, in terms of shape than other things. Like, don't think so much about the perspective and the gesture. Or sorry, don't think so much about the perspective. The gesture is obviously important. It is the best part. A lot of Russian going on in the chat. Alright, I think we're just about ready to merge these lines with the painting. I do crunch a lot into my videos. Yeah, I guess, yeah. So it is kind of hard. Thanks for giving me an out there, an excuse. Alright, let's listen to, I'll give you one last song and then we'll move on. There's a rap section. You thought we were so cool. How am I doing? I'm doing good. Oh, thank you, Russians, for saying that I'm cool. I appreciate it. Definitely better at guitar than at arting, but not much of a market for metal guitarists at the moment. Tom Morello already apologized for rap metal. Thank you. Thank you, Tom Morello, for getting me exempt. Alright, this was... Coming up was the most impossible section to play live. It was ridiculous. Have I seen Buckethead play live? Yeah, he's sick. If you have questions about the Patreon, you can hop over on Discord and I'll answer those. Listening to the classics. The oldies. my Russian friends, if you do know English, I would like to chat with y'all, but I guess I'm having trouble keeping up with the chat anyway. Do I have a reference photo for light? Yeah, I'm doing, everything's from reference right now. I'm just warming up. I am changing the color palette a little bit, but can I play other instruments apart from guitar? Yeah, I play a little bit of piano. Mostly stringed instruments though, you know, like the bass, mandolin, a little bit of violin. Those sorts of things. They all kind of fall into a similar category, except for piano is a little bit different, obviously. But my technical ability with piano is pretty shit. But I like playing it just because it's a nice instrument. No, it's okay. If you can't speak English, it's fine. I was just hoping to chat with y'all. Have I ever listened to Red Handed Denial? No, I will take a listen to them. Dun, 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 dun. I recognize the name. Colors are muddy AF. The colors I'm picking from my head, but I am using the lighting from the reference. Not doing a solid job of that though. Do I like Christmas? Who doesn't like Christmas? What Ebenezer Scrooge does not like Christmas? Mandolin's the best instrument? Yeah, I like mandolin. I should definitely learn some Russian. Shit. I did notice the Russian, some Russian channel was doing dubbed versions of the videos, which is pretty fucking crazy. Thank you, Russians. Thanks to Mother Russia. All right. Enough. My own music. I can't get Spotify to work though. For whatever reason, my Spotify's not showing up. So, what are we gonna listen to? Let's listen to Deftones. I always listen to Deftones. And they got a new album. Getting advertisements. You can teach you Russian. Hello in Russian is privet. I don't know what the pronunciation of anything is in Russian. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Russians. Ding, 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 ding. Song name? I think this is Ohms by the Deftones. The album is Ohms. I think this is the title track. Ding, 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 ding. Just do a flip again. Sorry, I'm flipping so much. Nice values, mate. Do you ever find edge blending a struggle in Photoshop? It can be. I just developed a few techniques to do it. Like there's a couple of brushes that I like for it. And once you find that, then it's not so bad. Do I prefer drawing digitally or traditionally? It feels more comfortable traditionally, but I do like the capability of like fixing mistakes digitally. So I don't know. I feel more satisfied with a traditional drawing when it's done. How do you flip when you're drawing traditionally? Just get a mirror, and then that should point out what's going on. Fucking depth tones, they're so good. Hey, don't give me ads. Trying to listen to depth tones. What happened to the other animation stuff? That's happening. Just it was stressful to do on live stream. Oh, hey, Steven Zapata Art. What's happening, buddy? Making some not so great paintings. How you doing? Should all check out Steven Zapata's work. It's fucking ridiculous. Why is my cursor a rectangle? Because I am using a rectangular brush. On average, how many years does it take for someone to become a pro? I have no idea. You just ate some pizza and now you're going to rub all the grease over my pencil drawings? Hell yeah. How do I deal with bad drawings? I don't know. I just don't let it bother me. I know that's kind of counterintuitive, but for me, I'm just like, okay, well, try to take note of what I did that I didn't like and just be like, I won't do that next time. You should not get demotivated because of a bad drawing. And if you are, try to figure out why you're getting demotivated. Like, what is the core reason that you're being demotivated by that? Like, because you're not demotivated because of the drawing, you're demotivated because what the drawing means to you, right? You're either taking too much emotional stock in that one particular drawing, you're either upset because you're worried about career things. That could be part of it. So if you try to eliminate those pressures, and you know, it's okay to suck at something. Like, you don't have to be good, you know? Oh, stop YouTube with the ads. I'm trying to listen to some Deftones. I think that's the thing that helped me get through it, is just being like, hey, it's okay to suck at something. Like, imagine going up to somebody that just started painting or drawing and be like, hey dude, you fucking are terrible. Like, no normal human being would do that. So, just allow yourself to make some fucking mistakes, it's fine. Yeah, definitely follow Steve's channel. He's the shit. Also a good friend of mine. What artists inspire me? My buddy Steven. So follow his channel. But, yeah, I don't know. Anybody that's like doing their thing. Normal people go, like James, normal people go up to people like James and tell them that they're fucking terrible at drawing. There's plenty of people that say it. How am I good at not procrastinating? I mean, I procrastinate. Everybody does. Forcing yourself to live stream is a good way to get around it, because then there's people watching, so. Sometimes I just like force myself to do something like that, where it's just like, you get to this point where you're like, okay, I need to do something. Do I draw on an iPad? No, I hate drawing on the iPad, honestly. A lot of people like it. I just don't like it. I don't know. Is the Huion Canvas 20 good? That's what I'm using right now, I think. Okay, done with that painting. Get out of here. Get the fuck out of here. You owe me a mediocre Christmas gift? Thanks, buddy. Alright, we'll try to do another painting, and this time I'll start with a looser drawing. Oh no, my drawing did this thing that it always does. Is it good though? Yeah. Are you kidding me? He just deleted the whole drawing like that? Yeah. Don't get too attached. Just delete shit. It's fine. Who cares? Right? If you're an artist, you're gonna make more stuff, right? Alright, we're gonna keep this just super loose. I always just get rid of shit. I don't care. Do I always use desaturated color for the light effect? No, it depends on what the lighting condition is. Like if you have a neon light, that's going to be a really strong saturated light source. So yeah, you have to find that balance of not being too much of a perfectionist that you get rid of everything because you don't like it. So he's got some intense hair. What streaming software do we use? I don't answer that very often, actually. Nobody really asks that. I'm using Streamlabs, and I'm going through Restream, which streams me to both YouTube and Twitch at the same time. Wow, this is some drawing I'm working on here. All right, let's just get something in there and just start painting. The boy's got to work on his painting anyway, so. Is it annoying without express keys? I don't find you annoying. I also don't find it annoying without express keys. You can use them. I just prefer using the keyboard. Music is Deftones. Did I like drawing when I was a kid? Yeah, I did. Although when I was young, like, my brother was really like the artist amongst us. Okay, thanks. I won't ask any more questions, only if I find something. You can ask questions, dude. It's fine. You don't need to be a nervous Nelly. I don't bite. Alright, I'm gonna start this one different. I'm gonna start pretty loose and then gradually refine the shapes as I go on. We'll see how that works out. So it's gonna be a mess first. But go with me on this journey to making bad digital paintings. It's one angular soldier. That's the goal. Classic, classic. We've all had to do it. Thank you, Steven. It's not really my preferred way of working, but I don't know. It's always good to change it up. Oh no, more advertisements. Ding, 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 ding. Get out of here, Amazon. Oh, this song is next level. How many refs do you keep when you illustrate? It depends. Like when I'm designing, I'll usually have a decent amount of reference. Is it worth studying fundamentals without creating any illustration? You should create illustrations while you're studying the fundamentals and apply them. Wait, let's do this in just like a low opacity round brush. I like when people do paintings like that. I'm not good at it, but we'll try it. Some people do a really good job of that sort of thing. And that's kind of what you got to do, right? You just got to try stuff that you're not good at. Just see what happens. And then you got to do it in front of a big audience, so that way it feels even worse when when you fuck up. Right? You have to do it in front of 400 people. Cruel? Yeah, I mean, I don't know why I do this to myself, but... Can you do a better kangaroo than Proco? Hopefully. It was a little short-sighted on his behalf to just assume that you could draw a kangaroo without having done it before. Although I do think the internet probably gave him a little too much grief for that. So, blame to go around. Whenever you try something different, even if you're the best artist, whenever you try something different, it's going to be difficult. Doom, 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 doom. Kangaroo off. Not ready for the kangaroo off. Yeah, no, I don't like this process at all. Kangaroo stream. No thanks. All right, I tried. Doom, 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 doom. Are we gonna go more stylized? Doom, 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 doom. I think drawing people is harder than cloth, because cloth has some rules that once you figure it out, it's kind of not that hard. And it's a little bit more expressive. Yeah, try to do something in this style. Let's keep it in the... Do I want to keep it in the difficult realm? Do I want to draw it straight ahead, or do I want to loosely sketch it first? Reminds me of Hades. That was exactly the style I was going for. How's the animation? It's been going good. That's why we're doing the side scroller game, because I figured it'd be a good use of, or a good way to practice animation with it without having to focus so much on perspective. And then once we get the game to a good point, then I can try to focus on some, maybe some cinematics. Oh, I hate these advertisements. Get out of here.
Today, you're crossing it off the list. Tomorrow,
So I did a couple animation, like run cycles, idles for the game so far. But we might end up changing the design of the main character, so I'm not sure where everything's at just yet. Deftones, correct. Do I plan on working for studios in animation? I don't know. I think so long as I can keep making money doing my own thing, I might keep doing that for a while. I think what I want to do is probably the reverse order in which somebody should do it, but I want to try making my own game type thing and then maybe use that as, if I want to find a job that I want to work, use that as some sort of portfolio piece. It's probably the reverse order of things, but it's kind of how I work. I just operate in this reverse order of the appropriate way of doing things. I paint too well. That sounds like sarcasm. Because my paintings did not come out good today. Wait, let's do the second hand first. This is the work I do, take it or leave it. I respect that. Thank you. I think that's the only way to succeed in art is like, you just do what you want to do, and then eventually you get good enough at that that people want to hire you for it. Otherwise, I feel like you're stuck doing stuff that you don't enjoy. So I've tried to gear my entire career towards that. I'll shrink that people down a little bit. What's nice about drawing digitally is you can kind of treat the inking and the sketching as the same. Like, I wouldn't sketch this way traditionally just because, you know, you have to be really, really tight going straight ahead like this and stylizing the shapes. But with digital, you have a little bit of, you know, your undo key helps you with this sort of thing. But I would do the sort of same, I would do the same sort of shape experiments. I would just do it in pencil first before inking it. And so I try to use the same sort of shapes. Yeah, depth tones are the shit. And I think the sort of stylized stuff is really more up my alley in terms of how I want to be working. Feels more in line with just what I'm into as a person. It's hard for artists to be brave about what they want. Yeah, it's not easy all the time. You know, you gotta like, I mean, it comes at some expense. You know, like it makes it a little bit stressful at times figuring out where the hell I'm gonna make money from. So that can sometimes be difficult, but Gumroad's been pretty lucrative, so that helps. Gives me time to focus on what I want to focus on. I like the entrepreneurial aspect of that too, so. Oh, I never did zigzag folds. You are right about that. Sorry. Gotta figure out what kind of shapes I want to use. What helped me figure out the business side of things? I don't really know. My parents ran their own business as a, you know, just growing up, so I feel like kind of familiar with that sort of shit. And maybe just to an extent, I wasn't afraid of promoting myself, so I think that came really in handy. And that came from the band as well. Like, when you have a band, there's nothing you can do other than self-promote to get people to listen to your stuff. So I was pretty comfortable doing that. And I know a lot of artists generally aren't. So I think that holds them back. So I think that's part of why I had a larger fan base. Probably before I deserved it, maybe. But I put in the work to get, you know, get the word out there. You were watching the Lightbox with me and Mid. Yeah, he's gonna help me out with some of that. But he's a little bit busy right now with his own project that he's working on that's really cool. So I don't want to take up too much time from him, so. You gonna play some of your music though? I did already for the first half of the stream. You missed it. And there will be more music in the future, so, or I'll be writing more music. I am using reference. I'm trying to stylize the reference. Oh, what is this commercial? Oh my god. Get out of here with these stupid songs. Ooh, Radiant City is great. I get some people not liking the screaming. I do apologize about that. Unfortunately, it's not a point of... I don't know what the word I was looking for was. It's non-negotiable is basically what I'm trying to say, unfortunately. Your boy's gotta have what he's gotta have to work. What do I think about Art University? I think in many instances is kind of bullshit, but sometimes it's not. Is this Hades style? Yeah, I wanted to do some drawings in that style because I really liked a lot of what they were doing. So that is kind of exactly what we're doing. Just got to do one little cheat code, one little drawing cheat code here. Pop music is coming up as the recommended. I don't mind some pop music actually. I don't always listen to it or listen to it on stream just because I'm sure everybody gets pop music from all the other places in the world. But there's a lot of pop music that I fucking love. Damn it, James, this is why the galleries will never respect us. All that cheating. Shit. Sorry I fucked it up for everybody. Am I warm yet? I'm toasty. Feeling toasty. Spotify playlist? Yeah, just look up Deftones. Am I winning, son? I don't know what you mean by that.
Soap you shower with?
Hey, don't tell me about soap.
Let you in on a little
I don't need to know about soap. Tips for somebody who's starting to learn anatomy. Draw some people, learn your forms. Take a look at Loomis. Oops. I do commissions. You can send me an email if you're interested. But Gumroad is really the most profitable of the things. Did I went to an art school? Nope. Sick burn there, Will. I appreciate it. Oh, she's got a crow's foot in here in her freaking midst. Yeah, he really burned me. No, he doesn't draw anymore. I wish he did. He's fucking he's got such a natural creativity to his drawing. I wish he drew more. I did learn by myself. The good old-fashioned way. Not entirely by myself in the sense that I used books, got critiques from people, that sort of thing. I have not heard the Robert Smith remix of the Deftones. I would like to listen to that for sure. People tell me I should stop drawing and that I have no creativity. Well, for you, Will, they are correct. Most people, I'd say, don't listen to them, but I think for them, for you specifically, you should probably listen to them because they're right. Afternoon roast warm-up. Have I heard of the Britney Spears Deftones mix? No, but that sounds awesome.
So you got 20 steel suppliers offline, a 31-day backlog on
The
tires,
fuck is that?
and 600,000 kids waiting. to
Bet you
be
that's my
sold.
friend Clamps.
Together with supply chain solutions from SAP, you get the visibility and flexibility you need right now.
Hey, stop advertising me, YouTube. Free Britney. All right, 1 second. We gotta call Clamps. Clamps! He said, Let me go let him in. I didn't know you were. I thought you were on the outside. What do you mean? I thought you were at the front door, not the.
No. You gave me the fucking code.
Yeah. I wasn't sure because Palmer always forgets it.
I'm good with numbers for whatever reason.
That's fair. That's fair. Does Clamps live in your closet? Yeah, he does. All right, I'm just gonna finish up. How long have we been going for?
People.
What's up, dude? Does Clamps live in my closet? How'd you guys know? Yeah.
Yeah, looking at your room, I was like, doesn't look very used.
No, it's not usable just yet.
Oh, it's a nice new thing.
I would like to hear your opinion on tackling the big questions of life, the meaning of it, and with art, a lot of contemporary art dudes do. Clams, what's the meaning of life? And yes, I listen to Death Grips. They're awesome.
What is the meaning of life? You give yourself meaning.
That's kind of what I think.
Meaning every day. You gotta look within and find what you can find purpose in.
Yeah, I'm with you on that. You heard it here, boys. I said you heard it here, boys.
Yeah, here first. Oh, jeez.
What?
You heard it here first.
Oh. Draw through stuff is kind of the same thing as dynamic sketching. What I would suggest is working on your observational sketching first. It makes everything kind of coalesce a lot better. You know what I think the meaning to life is, actually? Here's a really interesting thing. I heard this about ancient Egypt, that they didn't value intelligence the way we do now. They valued people being present, which I think is really an interesting concept. It's like a higher virtue instead of intelligence is being present, being there, being like here. So I think that's really interesting. Is just how much of your experience are you here and present and willing to, like, especially now, it's really important. I can barely hear what Clamps is saying, but hell yeah, I agree with the strange mumbling man. You hear that, Clamps?
I mean, if I go into the microphone, there's gonna be death.
It's all good. I'm drawing stuff in the style of Hades.
Nice. I was talking to people about Hades last night, and they were like, it's the perfect game.
It really is such a good game.
Nothing wrong at all.
No, it's honestly one of the best games I've ever seen and played. It's got like the best replayability. It introduces story in such a really like subtle and interesting way. And each time you play it, your character gets better, like you get new skills, but the game gets harder at the same amount, so it's
Well, it's the roguelike nature, but you're recovering more of the story with each cycle, right?
Yeah. Why do you think Egyptians are right about that, if you do? I do think so, because I actually was having this conversation with my girlfriend Carly this morning about how intelligence is somewhat of an overrated skill in the sense that it doesn't teach you about important things like risk-taking. It doesn't teach you about important things like self-expression. And you know, there's a lot of stuff that, you know, maybe in school they value, but aren't actually practical skills that you can apply. Like I went to school for biology for 4 years, but I still really wouldn't be super competent in a lab. And the way I think about it is almost like if you go to school for biology, you're spending 4 years. That's essentially going to school for art and just reading art books, but never actually drawing. It's kind of like the same idea. So I think a lot of college is structured that way, where it's like you're like yeah, it'd be like I said, just reading 4 years worth of art books, but not actually drawing anything. So that's kind of a tendency that I see. And I think you mean knowledge, not intelligence. Yeah, you might be right about that. Let's get some Deftones going on. Yeah, I can give you the code. Asian moms won't compute what you just said. Yeah, I know. I can tell you the code.
I'm just checking. Okay, there we go. Nah, you can focus on the stream.
All right, buddy.
It's all there.
You're a streamer now. You know, you understand.
Did you change the password?
No, I didn't change the password. Yeah, I just saw a lot of the pitfalls of like what was traditionally called intelligent, because I don't think that's worked out for a lot of people. I think that's part of why there's a lot of frustration. Like we're kind of from, if you're a millennial like myself, you're kind of from a generation that was told, gotta go to college, can't take risks, and that leads to a lot of fear-based decision making, which isn't beneficial.
What was funny is most of them were fucking hippies, and they were like, "Yeah, we don't need this institution," and then they're like, "Oh wait."
Yep. Yeah, I also think being present is really valuable. It's valuable in human-to-human contact. Like if you're having a conversation with somebody, I learned this a lot from doing the podcast. Like it's so easy to get caught up in figuring out what you're going to ask next, as opposed to being there, listening to the person's response, and then basing your response on what they just said. So it really changes the way you interact with people a lot too. And it's not something that I'm by no means a master at that at all. I just see it as a virtue that I want to get better at. You know, and there's like little mental tricks you can do when you're in conversation for that. Do you want to push the shadows there? Yeah, why not? I also like that I'm drawing this like a sketchbook where the drawings are just going into the other drawings. It's not that wise. I'm basically just a fucking self-help guru. I've just turned into Grant Cardone. It's also just like typical Buddhist type shit. But it's stuff that you can tell yourself to like help keep you in the moment. But that's why it's fun to do things like the rock climbing, like skateboarding. You're everything that you're doing is just focused on that very moment. I had to learn that whenever I was doing a podcast for a bit. Yeah, exactly. You keep firing questions without any relation to what the guest is saying. That makes it sound too interviewee. Yeah, it's just the sign of a bad interview, though. Generally, it's like, you have to. The way I think about it is almost like a chess match, where if you ever play chess, you have to think one move ahead. So the way I thought about it was like, okay, have one question on lock that if like everything slowed down too much, I could just go to it. But then generally I would try to ask questions that I could tell they were intrigued in. So like, for example, with when I interviewed Eitan Zana, he very obviously showed how interested he was in travel, and that was like his main, that was like such an interesting thing for him. So I tried to then gear all the questions towards that, or try to get him to that, like just talking about that. And then after that we became good friends, because I think it just shows that you're interested in what the person is intrigued by. And everybody likes to feel listened to, so it's definitely a skill that you can work on. Stop recommending people do dangerous things like rock climbing, skateboarding. No, that's what I want to do. I want to get a lawsuit. Trying to get people to take risks. Quit your job, start skateboarding, don't go to school. It's the type of lessons you get here. It's gonna be a lot of angry moms. Mom, I was listening to this guy, Modern Day James, on the internet. He told me to drop out of school. Right, Clamps?
Yeah, dropping out is the best decision you can make.
In some cases it is. If you're spending over $100,000 for a bullshit degree, like, you know, like you don't need $100,000 is not going to make you better at drawing.
Yeah, be in debt though. I heard people love debt.
Oh yeah, that's great, because you can always make such great risky decisions while being hundreds of thousands of dollars in debt. It's a fucking crime that
The best part about student debt is that even if you go bankrupt, it still looms over your head. So
Yeah.
It's a really sweet deal.
It's a fucking crime that they do that. Like, you know, it's bullshit. It's they convince children that what they have to do to succeed is do this thing, which is totally not the case.
But dude, that's indoctrination. That's the way to go. It's always good to be indoctrinated.
Don't get me started about student debt. Yeah, I'm really fortunate that I come from a family that was willing to pay for my education, but like I can't even imagine what my life would have been if I didn't have that, and it's really fucking unfair.
I like there's like 2 Twitch comments and the rest are like YouTube.
Yeah, it's all. So you're telling me my degree in underwater basket weaving is worthless? God damn it, Will. What's sad is that I know people with degrees that sound similar to that. Art Institute was a good and bad decision. Yeah, I mean, I'm sure there's positives. I just don't think those positives are several hundreds, thousands of dollars. Like, if you think about it as a product, like, and that's kind of the problem with college, is it's not marketed as a product, but that's exactly what it is, right? And it would be nice if you had a little bit of a financial education before buying the world's most overpriced and shitty product.
Well, I think the role of university has changed drastically in the past, like 40, 50 years.
Yeah, it's become
it used to actually be more effective.
Yeah. Well, they're BS, so.
Still depends on what you're doing, right? If you're doing something a bit more like on the science side, like you're gonna benefit.
Well, yeah, that makes sense. It makes sense. Like, what I was doing made sense for college.
Yeah.
Still not convinced it's worth that price. Like,
Oh yeah, well, in this country, it became a lot more for profit.
yeah.
Whereas in other countries, even though other countries are now trying to push for more for profit
I
instead
think
of for education.
I don't even think
still-
Dave has finished. One of my friends from medical school. I don't even
Well,
think
he's in residency.
he's in residency. He's still paying off his debt. That's bullshit.
Oh
like,
yeah, you've been paying off his debt for a while.
like you're being a working doctor and then still having to pay off student loans. It's crazy. But you know, unfettered capitalism, that's the way to go, right? The free market.
Capitalism.
I love that the people that think that generally, it's like working so hard against them, but they're like, yeah, free market.
They're just doing a shit ton of coke when you're coked up all the time.
No, I just mean, I don't even want to get into it.
You don't want to have a very political talk in your artistry?
No, I'm getting fired up. I gotta shut my mouth. Shutting my mouth. What I meant to say was, Ben Shapiro's the best, and don't listen.
Our guy. His sister's pretty hot.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, he's got a hot sister.
Well, I don't think that changes things, but whatever.
I was just saying, it's just a fact. I think she's like an opera singer.
Here in Brazil, we have public schools and colleges. See? Even Brazil's got public schools and colleges. We can't do that in fucking America, you're telling me?
You're judging the land of a free retard.
Yeah. Like, I don't mean to be offensive to Brazil, but if I'm pretty sure America's got more money, and if Brazil can figure it out, how the hell can America not figure it out?
Be very stable.
Palmer, never mind. I'm not even gonna go into it.
What did you say, Palmer?
Please get Ben Shapiro on our stream. Yeah, I was gonna talk about Palmer's experiences in Brazil.
He said it was a great time. He didn't feel in danger.
Yeah.
Didn't he actually say that though? That like he left and he was like, "Oh, like that's when I was told it was dangerous there."
No. It was a different experience than that.
Oh, okay.
Now we figured out why CEO is paid 375%. This sketch is giving you Hades vibe. That's because I'm trying to sketch in that style. I'm a big fan of it. So I'm just taking references and turning into that.
Your mom's favorite.
Oh, burn, I guess.
Fucking right, modern day burn right there. And also we got happy pigs.
How many years did it take to draw like this? I've been at it consistently for about 4 years now. Why is hand black shadows unnatural? You're right, it is unnatural. Let's get rid of it. Good observation. Good observation. It's probably because the shape design wasn't good. You have to like really pick your shapes with that. If the shapes are uninteresting, it's not gonna look good. Can we see you in Skillshare in the future? I'll be shilling it for sure. Just sign up using my link. Offer code down in the description. No, I won't be teaching on Skillshare though. Sorry, the Gumroad stuff is basically that. And then I get all the profits as opposed to Skillshare taking my money. Your friend sounds a bit like the evil voice in my head. Shit. Sorry, Clamps. Alright, I think I'm done for now. It's already 2 o'clock. We've been going at this for a bit. Yeah. Alright, guys. Thanks for tuning in. I will see you guys later. I gotta stretch. Yeah, good stream, everybody. Good job, all of you, for sitting there and watching YouTube or Twitch. We've got to give love to our Twitch friends. Typical, brings up free tuition, then dodges questions. You know, the chat went so fast that I didn't even see it. And I'm not necessarily bringing up free tuition. What I'm saying is maybe it shouldn't be posed as the only option. Like, obviously there's some realistic things that have to be handled, but it shouldn't be posed as the only option for success, because it's not. Bye, Steve. Later, buddy. And for the rest of you, I ain't saying bye to you. No, I'm kidding. I love you all. I will see you guys later. And on Twitch, I'm going to be sending you over to some other, whatchamacallit? I'm going to send you over to another channel. So, later, everybody.